Good day everyone, we are Group 7 and we are discussed how the cybercrimes can be mitigated and also the relationship to ethics. So our agendas are phishing scams, identity theft scams, online harassment, cyber stalking, and invasion of privacy. So first off, phishing scam. So what is a phishing scam? So phishing is a type of scam in which an attacker sends a fraudulent message such as an email, text message, or phone call. So this appears to come from a legitimate source such as banks, social media sites, or online retailer. So the goal of this scam is to trick the recipient to revealing sensitive information. So sensitive information such as passwords, credit card numbers, or other personal data. So this can lead to the attacker to use it for fraudulent purposes. So how cyber criminals target victims and moral concerns at play. So cyber criminals use phishing to trick people into giving out personal information, and phishing scams, a type of the cybercrime. So this is a growing concern as technology advances and more people rely on the internet for daily activities. So as we will see, these tricks raise huge moral worries that we should look out for, right? So prioritizing cybersecurity measures and best practices to avoid phishing scams. So we have to prioritize cybersecurity measures. So individuals and organizations must prioritize cybersecurity measures and will educate themselves, of course, so on best practices for detecting and avoiding phishing scams to lessen their impact. So this means being on the lookout for unsolicited emails or messages. So confirming the senders, addresses, and links, and using security tools like two-factor authentication or the 2FA. So to lessen the likelihood of successful phishing attacks, businesses must also implement robust security protocols like regular security audits and employee training programs. So, to conclude, the phishing scam, individuals and organizations and the broader security community must work together to combat phishing scams. So, we can better safeguard ourselves from cybercrime and uphold the ethical principles of privacy, security, and trust by remaining informed, implementing best practices, and working together to develop novel solutions. So phishing scams can be avoided with the help of mail filters, user education, and multi-factor authentication.
Identity theft is an extreme cybercrime that can have obliterating ramifications for people and associations. Identity theft has become more common and sophisticated in today's digital world, where personal information is shared and stored online. It is essential to take preventive measures to reduce the impact of identity theft. We will now talk about how identity fraud tricks can be alleviated by investigating the morals of cybercrime and giving proper arrangements. Let's talk about identity theft. It is unethical and can potentially harm individuals and businesses significantly. In order to gain access to financial accounts, medical records, and other sensitive data, cybercriminals steal personal information from victims, putting them at risk of fraud, damage to their reputation, and emotional distress. Two-factor authentication, encryption, and cybersecurity training for employees are just a few security measurements for business to implement to reduce this kind of cybercrime and protect sensitive information. Utilizing strong passwords, regularly reviewing their financial statements, and being wary of phishing emails are additional precautions that individuals can take. The morals of cybercrime assume a huge part in identity fraud tricks. Cybercriminals commit unethical acts by stealing personal information, manipulating victims, and taking advantages of weaknesses. Recognizing that identity theft is not only a financial crime but also a violation of one's personal privacy and dignity is essential. The prevention and mitigation of identity theft should be guided by ethical considerations, emphasizing the significance of transparency, accountability, and privacy and respect. In conclusion, identity theft scams are becoming a growing concern that can have various repercussions for their victims. Individuals and businesses can safeguard personal privacy while safeguarding sensitive information by taking preventive measures to prevent and mitigate identity theft. When dealing with this problem, we should follow the ethics of cybercrime, emphasizing the significance of ethical standards like transparency, accountability, and respect for privacy. We can collaborate toward a digital world that is safer and more secure.
Next is the online harassment. So, what is online harassment? So, this is a malicious behavior, as we all know. This occurs in the internet, social media, or any digital platform. So, online harassment is any form of unwanted or malicious behavior, as I said earlier. So this occurs on the internet, social media, or any digital platform. So this is a type of cyberbullying that involves sending, posting, or sharing harmful, offensive, or threatening content online, which is targeted towards an individual or a group of people. So online harassment in the digital age, people use the anonymity and distance of the internet to bully, intimidate, and threaten others. So online harassment has become a widespread problem. So cyberbullying is a crime that is difficult to track down and prosecute because it seriously affects people's mental health and well-being. So in this manner, it is crucial to do whatever it takes to alleviate online provocation. So how we can combat online harassment? The strategies for prevention and awareness. One is the innovation. So, online harassment abuses morals since it ignores the fundamental standards of regard, poise, and fairness. So, cyberbullies use the internet to propagate discrimination and spread hate speech. So, the victim will suffer significant emotional harm due to the atmosphere of fear and anxiety created by these actions. So as a result, it's critical to develop strategies to stop and reduce this kind of cybercrime. Increasing public education and awareness is one of the most effective strategies for combating online harassment. Empathy, kindness, and respect can be fostered by informing individuals about the consequences of their actions. Furthermore, innovation can be utilized to distinguish and forestall cyberbullying. Virtual entertainment stages can foster calculations that recognize and signal improper substance, while online networks can make places of refuge for people to report provocation and afraid of reprisal. So to conclude the online harassment, all in all, this is a problematic issue. It is a problematic issue because it requires the considerations and activity. We can create an online environment that is both safer and more welcoming by comprehending the effects of cyberbullying and devising strategies to reduce it. So we should keep on advancing the moral way of behaving on the web, foster successful innovation-based arrangements. So we can offer help to the people who have been misled. We can work together to eliminate online harassment as a problem in the future.
Cyberstalking is a dangerous online behavior in which a person harasses or threatens another person over the internet regularly. This wrongdoing is an extreme protection infringement and can hurt the casualty's psychological and profound prosperity. In this show, we will examine how cyberstalking can be alleviated. Not only does cyberstalking violate the victim's privacy, but it also violates their dignity and autonomy. It is unethical behavior with the potential for severe repercussions. Educating people about the dangers of cyberstalking is the first step in reducing it. Victims need to comprehend that they are not alone and assistance is available. Victims of cyberstalking must also be encouraged to report it to law enforcement. An additional strategy for reducing cyberstalking is to enhance online safety measures in order to safeguard users from cyberstalking. Online platforms and social media platforms need to improve privacy and security settings. Additionally, in order to effectively investigate and prosecute cases of cyberstalking, law enforcement agencies must allocate the necessary resources. In conclusion, cyberstalking is a serious cybercrime that goes against the moral values of autonomy, dignity, and privacy. We need to educate people about the dangers of cyberstalking, encourage victims to report it, and improve safety measures in order to reduce it. Everybody has the privilege of having a solid sense of reassurance and security on the web. That is our collective obligation to accomplish.
Invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy is a type of cybercrime that has become more common because so much personal information is shared online. It is unethical and goes against an individual's right to control their data. Now we will provide ways to reduce privacy intrusion in this presentation. To alleviate the protection attack, people ought to be wary about the individual's data they share on the web. Examples of sensitive data include financial, social security numbers, and medical records. Disabling location services on mobile devices and reviewing privacy settings on social media platforms can both help reduce the risk of privacy invasion. Additionally, businesses are responsible for collecting and storing personal information to safeguard the data they collect. Associations ought to execute solid safety efforts, like encryption and firewalls, to forestall unapproved admittance to private data. In addition, they should disclose the data they collect and how it is used. For the conclusion, an invasion of privacy is a serious cybercrime that can have significant ethical repercussions. Individuals and businesses must take responsibility for the data they collect and safeguard their personal information online. We can protect our fundamental right to privacy and reduce the risk of privacy invasion by sharing information with caution online and enforcing robust security measures.
3 small steps for a man, a giant leap for cybersecurity. Often we are in a hurry to download something for free, respond to an urgent email, grant access permissions to an app, or connect to a Wi-Fi network. Hold on. Are you reacting or are you thinking and acting? What happens when you click on something malicious? Data like your personal information, your contact list, may be stolen from your devices. Malware may enter business networks through personal devices and infect the network. Cybercriminals may gain access to business networks through backdoors and gain access to data. Next time, before you click, pause, think, and that one extra moment makes a big difference. Immediately delete suspicious emails from your inbox. Choose a secure Wi-Fi hotspot to connect. Always contact the help desk for their assistance, and do not grant unnecessary permissions for apps. Remember to always pause, think, and act.